That Sober Guy podcast contains adult content, merciless truth, and emotional nudity. Listener discretion is advised.
Yo, what's up? Thank you for tuning in today. Thanks to Humans for bringing us in. Thanks to you for supporting the show. I'm Shane Raymer, and you're listening to That Sober Guy podcast, where we talk about drugs, alcohol, recovery, and more. We've got the lovely, the beautiful, the outspoken. Why are you always so outspoken in this house, Jess? Telling me what's up. What would I do without you? Hi.
I don't know what you would do without
I don't
me.
think I could breathe without you
I don't think you
telling
could.
me what to do.
Without me telling you not to breathe sometimes even.
Today we're going to be recapping our LA and Hollywood improv trip from last week. We had a really good time. We're also going to talk about how Jess burnt down the house. Well, almost burnt down the house last night. That was fun. And then how to eat 4 Hostess cupcakes on your way home from picking up 5 rolled tacos with guacamole and cheese at 10 p.m. from Baldo's.
Wow.
One of the favorite 24-hour Mexican food spots here in Vacaville. So if you're from the old local cow town, you probably know about the Baldo's. And if you been downtown to some of the old establishments down there that serve alcoholic beverages, then you know about Baldo's, and you know how hard it is to make a left-hand turn going into the drive-thru.
You know about Baldo.
Oh yeah. Then what you do after you eat the 4 cupcakes on your way home, before you eat, so you actually did dessert first, then you throw the wrappers out the window so nobody knows that you ate them.
Why are you speaking in third person like it wasn't you?
My name's Shane.
Then I threw them out the window.
My name's Shane, and I'm in recovery for a 17-year Hostess addiction. We're also going to answer a few questions or discuss a few questions and comments from you guys. So thanks for shooting those in earlier today. And then if you're on the Instagram live right now, what up? And if you got some questions or some thoughts, you want to chime in, feel free to do that. Before we get to all that, be sure to check us out at thatsoberguy.com. You can also connect with us on Instagram at RealThatSoberGuy and on Twitter at Shane Raymer. What's your Instagram, Jess?
This is us 6.
This is us 6 on Instagram if you want to holler at the Jess. Let me tell you about Heroes in Recovery real quick. Every year, 23 million Americans are living with addiction. Only 3 million are seeking the help that they need. Heroes in Recovery has a simple mission. It's to eliminate the social stigma that keeps people with addiction and mental health issues from seeking help. They also share stories of recovery. I've had the opportunity to share my story, I think a couple years back when we were out in Nashville with Heidi. So Heidi from Heroes, we love you. We appreciate you. And you got people from all over sharing their stories in Heroes in Recovery to encourage others and to inspire others and help create an engaged, sober community that empowers people to get involved, give back, and live healthy, active lives. Heroes in Recovery is here to break the stigma surrounding substance use and mental health issues and help more people start and strengthen their recovery. So here's the question for you. Do you have a story? Would you like to share your story? If you do, you can help bring some truth and some hope to the spotlight by sharing it with Heroes in Recovery. To learn more, you can go to heroesinrecovery.com/soberguy. That's heroesinrecovery.com/soberguy. Or you can also call 833-81-SOBER, and you can get some more information there. Once again, that's 833-81-SOBER. Sober, S-O-B-E-R, in case you can't spell.
Sober.
Now, I get a lot of questions about early sobriety. What do I do? Where do I go? How do I do it? How do I stay sober? Look, first and foremost, I don't have all the answers. So here's what we did. Me and some of my closest friends and colleagues, we created a podcast video course called How to Navigate the First 90 Days of Sobriety. I'm trying to save everybody some time, some confusion. There's some things that I went through early on that were really confusing, like buying Wranglers and not Dickies, buying Wranglers in a hunting vest when I've never hunted before because I was going to be a working man. Yeah, I'm sober now. Who knows? I don't know, man. I was just really confused.
Good times.
It was, and you made fun of me, and I appreciate that. I thought I had a good looking ass.
You're welcome for that. You're welcome for not letting you just go ahead and carry that on out there.
I wore them for a couple, and I just want to be clear: there's nothing wrong with Wranglers, hunting vests, or anything. I got a lot of homeboys out there who get their hunt on And I 100% support that shit. But for me, I just did not look correct. And I even bought cowboy boots, but I took them back.
I did not witness the
Justins.
cowboy boots. That's how
They were black.
secretive this was.
They were black.
He was
And
like,
I took them back.
Oh, no, I did see those. I do remember that.
I think I walked out in them. And I was like, what do you
that it
think,
was
babe?
over.
Yeah.
I was like, who are you and what did you do with my husband?
I'm a Dickies guy. Chuck Taylor's, Vans, just didn't look right on me. So anyways, the course, we talk about that. We talk about the first 90 days of recovery, and there's a bunch of different cool people in the course that help explain and talk about their own experience with that. You can get it right now. It's $25. Use the promo code half-off at checkout, and you can go to thatsoberguy.com and click on courses. I'm a little sick tonight, if you can't tell in the old voice.
Sick in the head.
I'm definitely sick in the head. That's there's no doubt there. But I don't feel under the weather, but I definitely sound under the weather. I'm all congested and stuff.
What does that mean, under the weather?
I don't know.
Why does one say, I'm feeling a little under the weather today?
Maybe it was a rainy day, and when you feel like it's cloudy and overcast, you just kind of feel dark and not very good. Maybe that's why.
Why is it not over the weather? Why is it not I'm feeling the weather?
Didn't.
All right. Well, we'll have to look that one up.
Look it up, babe. Look it up. One more thing. We give the course away for free to all veterans too. So if you're a veteran out there and you're struggling, or you have a loved one who's struggling, who's a veteran with substance abuse, we want to hook you up with that. If you DM me on Instagram at real.soberguy, we can chat real quick and I can give you a promo code to get the 90-day sobriety course for free. So once again, go to thatsoberguy.com, click on courses. You can find all the information there. All right, the Jess, what is up? Good to have you back on the show tonight. And we just played a nice game of Hello Neighbor.
Hello Neighbor.
Anyone know what Hello Neighbor is out there? Does anybody know?
Oh, wow. That was hilarious. It is a game in which the children are playing these days on the old iPads and whatnots. And I really
but we played a live version of it.
Yeah, but Cash wants to play a live version. So he's like, let's play like in real life. And so we had to hide items around the house. And then we had to be the neighbors. So we had to like chase after them while they're finding the items. And by the time it was done, Shane and I were winded and, over it. We're like, wait, whoa. So we have to like run? We have to like run after you guys? And they're like, yeah. And we're like, oh God.
Yeah, that was intense. We were hiding. Like, it was like a game of hide and go seek and find a rock and a stick of gum. And it was like a scavenger hunt.
Yes. And hide and seek.
It was fun though. It was fun. But I think the name of the game is just hilarious to me. Hello Neighbor. Who thought of that? It's really like the hot game right now, or at least one of them. And then Granny's house. So I don't even know the words.
We have to shout out to FGTV.
FGTV.
That dude's dope though.
Yeah.
Like he really
He's
did the thing. Yeah.
The pew. If you're down with the pew. I looked at the shirts. Down with the pew.
Oh, beard. Okay, sorry. I slaughtered names on here, so sorry. But bearded maniac. Man, yeah, I feel like that's
how do I get on live on this phone?
Said, hey y'all, I celebrated 120 days yesterday.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's
you
Brian.
Both rock.
Brian, I see that right now, bro. Congratulations. Guess what? I got a hat, bro, that's getting shipped out to you tomorrow.
What?
So yeah, right on for the support.
Friggin' sweet.
Yeah, we have a little shipment of some TSG gear that's rolling out tomorrow. And Brian, yours is rolling out too. So thank you, man, and congrats on 120 days, man. That's huge. That's a big accomplishment right there, and taking it one day at a time. Love the old cliche. Yes.
What do you think would be, or what do you think was harder, or whatever? 5 days, or like 120 days? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what was like harder? Like, I feel like that's two totally different things, but like, I feel like 5 days would be hard.
That's hard. I'm gonna walk hard.
It would be hard.
I think they're all hard. I think just doing it one day at a time is like, and I know I hate saying that because I always feel like it's one day at a time, but it's so true. Like, just wake up today and be like, damn, I'm not going to drink today. I'm not going to do drugs today. I think for me, if I'm talking about personal experience, the first 5 days was really confusing for me, but I was in rehab. And so I really didn't have an option to like go down to the liquor store and drink versus if I was at home. I was kind of secluded. So I think I had that, and I was hungry to stay sober too. Actually. I was really, really hungry. I was soaking stuff in. I kind of defrosted after the 5th day, of like trying to get like my bearings and where I was at and kind of how I got there and all that. But I mean, yeah, each day is just, you're just kind of doing it day by day, by day.
So you would recommend rehab?
I wouldn't recommend anything for anybody. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's different. I know for me that like rehab, definitely helped because it took me out of my environment. I tried to get sober, many times. If you don't remember, I mean, I remember it specifically one, for instance, I remember two. We did a show with Chemical Diet with me and Chris Elliott. We did it at Victor's Thanksgiving. So it was out in Oakland, and basically Thanksgiving, I don't know if they still put it on or not, but it's a big dinner and party. They had some comedians, they had some music, and we did a couple songs, and everything is made with bud. Like, so you got turkey, mashed potatoes, all made with bud. Everyone's smoking. It's a big party. There's lots of booze. And I remember I'd been sober for maybe 3 weeks at that time. And I remember I was so nervous about playing some songs. We hadn't really rehearsed that much. We were too busy partying and doing drugs during the rehearsal and practice time, that I was like, screw it. And I just went and I had a couple shots right before we went on. And there was that time. And then we went to the Raider game. I smoked some weed, and then that led shortly after to going back to drinking. So my point being is I tried to do it on my own, without going to meetings, just saying sheer willpower. Hey, I'm just going to quit today. And it lasted a few weeks each time, and I always went back. And that's because the problem isn't the alcohol or the drugs. The problem is me. Mm-hmm. So taking myself out of that environment, getting into a program, for me, it was rehab. Anyone, it could be showing up 90 and 90, go to 90 meetings in 90 days, just getting plugged in. I think that would be the best, if I was going to give advice or share my own experience, just getting plugged in somewhere. Word to your mother.
Sobering said, hey guys, got court tomorrow, so it's a possibility I'll be absent for a minute, but he'll be doing it sober.
That's right. That's all you can do, man.
He said he appreciates you both very much, and best podcast in all the sober land.
Dang, that's huge, man. That. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah. Just, court is court, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So I don't say that, being a dick or anything. Court is court. I get it. I'm not downplaying the severity of it, and it's probably a really big deal for you. But just know that God's got your back, bro. And everything. Buddy tells me this a lot. Everything's gonna work out just how it's supposed to.
That is right.
That's kind of out of our hands. All we can do is do the next right thing. So the LA trip, we had a really, really good time. First and foremost, obviously, we went down. We did a live show at the Improv, and I think that was the reason up front. Oh man, I don't know why. Little indigestion there, a little steak. We had a little steak dinner earlier.
What is going on?
We're eating good tonight, son.
Wow.
But really the best part about this was going down and getting to spend some time together and getting away from the kids for a minute. And I remember I looked at you at one point and I was like, look, you're all relaxed. And your response was, I don't have to wipe an ass for 3 days. I thought, man, that's so good right there. And it is, you get so lost in being mom and dad and worker guy and worker girl and responsibility and all this, all the life stuff that you forget sometimes that, I'm Shane and you're Jess. And we have, a friendship and a relationship outside of that. And so it was really good to reconnect.
Yeah. Yeah. It was amazing. And then, and I think this, cause I keep going back to it and I'm like, why was this one so intense for me? Right? Why did it lead to a meltdown on the way home, on the 6 hour, drive home or whatever. But I liked too that we were able to take time. We were creating together and you know what I mean? Really working on stuff and it was a connection that we don't usually get to have nowadays without the kids around and stuff. But yeah, I had a legit meltdown on the way home.
What happened? Anyway, we got in the car and
I was just I don't want
You didn't want to go home.
back.
That's what it was. I mean,
didn't
of
wanna
course
go
you missed the
home.
kids and you wanted to go back, but like you at the same time, you didn't want to go back either.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
oh my God.
No, I was
What's
just
going
like,
on?
what is it all for? It was getting back into the grind.
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
The day-to-day.
And I was just like, in Costco. And then, what was the other thing? Costco and, oh, dang. Minor difficulties.
Hey, oh. We got a cool magnet thing and it just kind of failed. There we go.
That's weird.
Yeah, but that was a moment for sure where I kind of didn't know what to do either. I kind of didn't know, like, I was like, okay, should I console? Should I just, hang out a little bit? And
Yeah, that was actually
what I
funny
did, I
too.
just listened.
You did. And I was just pouring out, just, and
SMRE.
you did good. And here's the thing about it. This is what I was telling one of my girlfriends earlier today, is I'm like, you did as good as you know to do now. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Why is it hold on.
Are you fixing it?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Weak sauce. How do I get on the live here, by the way, on this phone?
Why is it?
Does anybody do Instagram live anymore? I don't know.
Sorry, hold on.
Does anybody do Instagram live anymore?
I
Huh?
don't know why it's,
You don't know?
Man, gonna have to do some editing on this one, babe.
No, I don't do any editing. Nope, I don't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. You guys, seriously, I don't know if that's gonna.
We'll give it a shot, We'll give it
Anyway.
a shot.
Your, the way that you handled my meltdown was a lot different than the way you would have handled it, 5 or 10 years ago.
How would I have handled it 5 or 10
I
years
really
ago?
don't
a
know.
meltdown?
I don't
How do you
know.
guys handle a meltdown from your spouse?
Yeah, I don't know how you would have
What do you
handled
do?
it, but you would have you wouldn't have been as attentive, or I literally saw the steam coming out of your ears, like, what do I, like you were trying to really think of, like, how can I help her? What should I say? Like, all the right things. And I felt that, and even just that alone was enough for me. But you gave me some words of encouragement, you did. But I think years ago it would have been, just different.
Not very consoling.
Yeah.
Gave you an old pat on the back.
We've come a long way in 10 years of marriage.
We've been together 17 though.
Oh, no sound. Darth says there's no sound. Can you hear us?
It's probably your phone.
What? It's your phone.
My phone?
Can you hear us now?
So let's talk about the show real quick. I want to thank everyone who came out to the show. First of all, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate the support. We had some good interaction. We had some fun. We got to talk some recovery. It was different, man. It's a different vibe doing a show like that, even though there's a lot of comedy in a comedy club, because you're talking about recovery and it's a little bit different. But we just wanted to give some love to Mark Saratella, to Matt Gallagher, to Joe Sinclitico, John Henson, Amy Dresner, Darren Prince, man, and of course everybody who came out. Sharon, thanks for coming out, man. You ever listen to this? That was so cool. We
good to
rolled
see
out
him.
Marlene. Thank you for coming out. It was really, really a good time, and we had a blast, and we're going to be back down again, I believe sometime in March or April. So I'll be getting those dates soon. So we're stoked about that. We're going to try to keep continuing these live shows rolling on up here in Vacaville, and hopefully up into Sacramento, Bay Area, and down into Los Angeles again. So that should be good. What do you think about all that?
It was awesome. It was so good
was
to
fun.
meet new people and check out
Yeah.
the LA scene. And
The people at the
Super fun.
staff at the Improv was really, really cool too. So Rick, the sound guy, Maria, everyone there was super, super dope, and they were real helpful, and we appreciate that. It's always good, like
they were super nice.
I think it was John Henson who said in the podcast, and so I think what I'm going to do too, we basically we had 4 guests, And we have 4 different segments of content. So what I'll probably be doing in the next couple of weeks, I'll be cutting those up and I'll put those out so you guys can hear, the show, and there'll be probably 4 separate episodes, I think is the way I'm going to do it now. But John Henson, you guys might remember him from Talk Soup, and he hosted Wipeout on ABC. He's been in recovery for a long time. Really, really nice guy. Super, super cool. Yeah. One of the things he said,
don't you even
one of the things that he said, that I really liked was, damn it, and now I just totally lost my train of thought. What was I saying before? Dang it. Man, I'm totally... No, yeah, maybe just lean it up against the can there or something. Can? Yeah, whatever the hell it is. Whatever. We're trying to get creative here, and you got to work with what you got, There you go. That's just great. Perfect.
Better than any magnet.
Yeah, who needs a magnet anyways? Damn it, I forgot. John said a lot of stuff. I forgot what it was in particular. My apologies, but we did have a good time, and man, we'll be back down there again. So we already covered the breakdown on the way home. How about you want to address you burning the kitchen down yesterday, or almost burning the house down? Like, what the hell was going on with that?
I don't know.
I'm sitting at the table and I'm working, and like all of a sudden I did the like kind of the double take. Like I kind of looked and I smelled smoke, and then as soon as like I realized like all of a sudden all 3 fire alarms start going off. And I go, holy shit. And all I can see is flames coming up from the stove.
Dude, no. All I saw was a big black cloud of smoke in the kitchen.
Dude, unreal, lady.
Dude, so I was making tacos.
Could have happened to anybody.
The taco oil in the freaking pan and was letting it warm up.
Did you know that's how 97% of house fires start, is oil in a pan?
And then I walked away from it to go dry off a body from the shower, not my own. And before I knew it,
then you got sucked into Hello Neighbor on YouTube.
No, yeah.
Or something, or
so
Granny.
Then I was going to go turn on some music because I was tired of hearing YouTube on the TV. And so I went to go turn on Pandora, and freaking FGTV was on. And it was like they were like at some park or something. I don't know. It was like, some family YouTube thing that the kids watch. And so I was like sitting there watching it, and I was literally in a trance. I was like now I know what the kids, like I was watching it. I'm like, what are they going to do next? What are they doing? They're going to the amusement park. Look at how fun they're having. Oh my gosh, it's someone's birthday. What's happening right now? Like, it's weird.
And then the kitchen almost burned down.
And then all of a sudden the fire alarm went off. And I was like, and I looked, and there was a cloud of smoke. And then I'm like, oh shit. And I don't cuss. And so then I ran in, and Shane's like, whoa. And then I'm like, oh, and I'm frozen, like watching this fire flame, like getting bigger and bigger. And Shane's standing there, and we're both like, oh. And then it like got bigger. Oh my God. And then I was like, get the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, then you grabbed the fire extinguisher out of the garage.
And I had no idea. And
sweep. We need to sweep.
I didn't.
Sweep it up and up and sweep it left and right.
I literally I realized at the end of it, I didn't know where our freaking fire extinguisher was, and I do not know how to use it. And so then I was tripping. I was like, oh my God, if I was here by myself, I would not have known what to do.
I grabbed the pan, I turned the water on, and I threw it in the sink as fast as I could. And it went out. Well, first, as soon as the water hit it, it went up, and then it went out like within a couple seconds. But then there was still some oil burning on the stove too. I was like, oh shit,
dude,
that was scary.
Very scary. It was very scary.
You were very scary. Well, the freeze, mother.
Dude, I thought the house was burning down. I was frozen because everything was flashing before my eyes, and I thought it was over.
Hopefully, you don't do that at home by yourself one time.
I'm saying, like, well, now I know where the fire extinguisher is. I still don't know how to use it.
Go ahead and read the label on the back.
Who has time for that?
Go ahead and do it after tonight on your way inside. And then you can be like, in case there's a fire next time. Yeah. It's like when you go to the hotel, you check your exits.
Oh, you're the lewd that does that.
I'm not a lewd. I'm prepared.
Count on you for that, so don't ever die.
I'm a prepper. I'm a prepper. I want to be prepared. I want to know my exit and escape routes with my cowboy boots and my Wranglers on.
And he's got to sit in an aisle seat.
I'm not. I don't really
Yes,
care
you
so much
do.
about the
Stop
aisle
it.
seat.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I like it. I don't really care though. It's not like I won't sit in one if it's not an aisle seat. I don't know. That was fun. So we had some
That was
dinner.
scary
Eventually, we
as F.
ended up finishing up the old Yakos, and then I started attacking some chips and salsa, and you didn't like that too much, did you?
I have a thing about people chewing and eating. It's
I
weird.
can't even eat my
I'm
food.
weird.
I might as well just blend it up in a blender and just drink it.
I would like that very much if that's
I know you
possible.
would. I'm not doing it because you can't do that with steak or tacos
Ew.
or anything.
Could you imagine? Here's
It's
your
disgusting.
steak smoothie, honey, for Dindini. Mommy
gross.
can't stand to hear you chew.
You can't though. You give me dirty looks when I chew.
It's and let's just also that his jaw pops.
Yeah, that does annoy
I'm
me
like,
even.
oh
The old poppy
Lord
jaw.
Jesus, help me, please. I need music on or something.
Yeah. The popping jaw is pretty annoying, I gotta say. And when it's your own jaw and it annoys you, you know that it must be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So
happening?
what's happening?
So, what else do you have for me and whatever else?
What time is it right now? 9:26 on a Thursday night. And we're just hanging out doing a podcast.
Lucy wants to do a podcast.
She does. Yeah, that's right. She did. She said that earlier, huh?
Just get the whole family on here.
Yeah, she goes, let's go out. She likes to do the three of us go out. Usually she'll say she wished Cash was never born. And then the three of us can go out and
Oh my God.
have some fun. Yeah, and speaking of that, she asked me tonight, I had my hat off, and she goes, hey, Dad, why is there a bald spot on the back of your head? I go, what? What are you talking about? Probably because I'm going bald. I got the old yarmulke.
That's the worst thing that could happen.
Unreal. And then I had to like double check again. I said, hey, is it really that bad? She goes, no, Dad, it's not that bad.
No,
it's not though. I
It's
mean,
not
come on.
that bad.
Hey, I'm using some shampoo that's for hair thickening. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's not working apparently.
It's definitely happening. That's for sure.
No, it's not. I'll just
happening.
shave my head if it happens. I'll shave it bald. I'll pick it.
Oh, I
Whatever.
love your hair.
It's not going to happen for a while, okay? It's just thinning a little bit. It's thinning.
Maybe
it's
you
not,
should just be Jewish, so you could so you could wear one of those.
Well, I was
to
thinking
cover
the
it.
doctor. I was thinking the Dr. Phil. I could just shave my head in the U, and then I can just wear it like that all the time. And I'll just bick the top, and then I'll keep the Dr. Phil cut, and it'll be epic.
Let me just ask.
I'll wear some
this
corduroys.
question. Why would one, when going bald,
Not
decide
just-
to keep the sides
know.
of the hair?
I don't-
Why
that's-
not just
It's called the Guess Who.
shave it all?
Does your guy have hair? Nope. Guess who?
Does your guy have hair? Well, kind of.
He's got hair on
Well,
the sides.
On the sides? Like,
I've-
what does that mean?
I've always wondered that too. I don't really get it. Why not just shave it all if you don't have it on the top? Maybe it's the last ditch effort to hold on to. I don't know. Apparently, I'm going to find out pretty soon, so I'll let you
Yeah.
know. But I
please
don't
don't.
really get it. I'll
Yeah.
shave it all. I'll shave all of it.
Yeah, I think
if
it is
that happens.
the last effort to just like, I still have this.
It's a very like
I'm not fully
sensitive
blonde. I mean,
sensitive
bald.
topic for men. You know, their hair. I'm just so sensitive.
It's a season.
Oh gosh, stop it. The SMRE we were talking about earlier.
A season of baldness.
Just got this pizza.
Oh, Matt Fallon said just to tattoo your
Gonna
head.
take a piece of pizza. What's up, Matt? What did he say? Tattoo the head?
Yeah, just tattoo your head.
It's a good idea. Get a big snake on it. That'd be really cool.
Don't tread on me.
Yeah, right on the baldy.
Right on the bald spot, just a coiled snake.
All coiled up in the back, just where it's bald. Oh, that'd be legit. Ready to strike in case anyone makes fun of me.
Just laying in the brush.
Ready? That would be comedy.
Ready to strike.
Ready to strike in case.
If anyone makes
Yeah.
fun of me.
Look at that guy. He's bald. Watch out. My snake's going to bite you.
Okay.
Okay, too
Killed
much.
it.
Sorry. Hey, we finished our 12-step.
Yes. We
Can you believe it? We
did.
so we just did a 12-step for 7 months. It started on June 28th. We met every Tuesday. We took the kids to my mom's. So thank you, Mom, for taking the kids every
Yes.
Tuesday night. It was a big commitment. But like I said, we started at June 28th. We went every Tuesday night. You broke off to the women's building. I broke off to the men's building, and we did our 12-step. And, I know for me, it was, we really had a great group of guys in there that really all of us came a long way on our own rights and opening up and talking about stuff and working the steps. Really, really cool. I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that it's over because it was a big commitment, but it was not, I mean, the one thing too was just like nice to finish something, to stick with something and finish it because that's a hard thing. And there was a lot of times in my life before I got sober that I just wouldn't finish stuff. I would quit. I would give up. I would screw up. I would, I would stop doing something. And so it was really, really good to be a part of the group and then finish it up.
I wonder how much of just finishing the 12 steps is like part of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just that feeling of accomplishment. You're never done. I mean, I'm going to work them again eventually. I'm going to start over with Buddy, just doing them one-on-ones, or actually not start over. We're still like on step 11, I think, from like a year ago. But I think it's that feeling of commitment. When you go to get sober, you make a commitment to stay sober, and so you make a commitment to work the steps. You make a commitment to a lot of things, and when you stick by that and you actually finish it, it really does give you a boost of confidence and energy, and makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good.
That's it. That's
7 months is a long time. When you're doing it weekly.
Yeah, it was.
Weekly, 7 months, especially with kids. And I'm telling you right now, if we can do it with children, you can do it. Yeah. Anyone can do it. I don't got time for that. Like, you can do it.
Yeah, it's a lot with the kids. And anyone, we talk about this a lot. It's all about just showing up, just showing up. I mean, at least for me, that's how I try to roll, is just, I'm not going to put expectations on stuff. I don't want labels on stuff. I don't really want to think about stuff sometimes. I just want to show up. And I think that when I do that, most of the time, all the time actually, it works out just how it's supposed to. And that mentality has really worked for me. Mm-hmm. So I really try to, continue on with that, because it makes life a hell of a lot easier. Yeah. I'll tell you that much, Bob.
Yeah, it does. It takes the load off,
That's what she said.
Okay.
Oh, man, my nose is so bad right now. I'm like so clogged up. What's next? Anything else we want to add to about our trip, or me chewing chips and dip? I feel like we were talking about something we were going to talk about on the trip more. Was there anything else or no? Before we move into some questions.
I mean, the comedy store was hilarious.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like the comedians there were hilarious.
That was great.
Having some, like a night full of comedy.
My face hurt. Like, my face literally hurt.
Mine too.
Like, afterwards.
And my neck too, because we were like, we were sitting right in front.
Yeah, that was really cool. We got made fun of a little bit, but there was a couple gentlemen next to us that just took the brunt of all jokes that night because they were kind of funny. They were a funny duo. And man, how many? We saw 12 comedians, I think.
Yeah,
one after another every 15 minutes, and yeah, probably 12. We were there.
Yeah, there was 12.
We went to the 10:30 show. We didn't get back to the hotel till 3 a.m.
When Shane chews gum, he chews it like super nervously, or like if something, like if he's on stage or if he's like on a podcast or something's happening, he's talking, he's like. And I'm like, dude, bro. And like so he was going. So I always have to remind him, like, spit your gum out before you go up. Spit your gum out. And so we were at the Comedy Store, and we were sitting right up front. And the first dude that comes up
was Brady Matthews. I don't even know I do that shit.
Nervous or something.
Because he was about to make fun of me. I knew it.
I know. And he was hecka chewing his gum hecka fast. And dude was like, hey, you all right? Like, what's up with the gum? Like, you're chewing the shit out of it. Are you on cocaine?
Yeah, are you on cocaine? I'm like, shit, how did he know I used to do cocaine?
No, he didn't say used to. He thought you were on it at the moment.
He did. I should have just been like, yes, I am.
So funny. I thought that was so hilarious that he said that.
Yeah, I never knew I chewed my gum like that, but now I'm like, and then after he said that, I was trying to like chew it all soft. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like
slowly
put it under my tongue now and act like I don't have any. I'm just gonna wait for her to bring my drink, and that way I can act like I'm spitting my gum out because I'm gonna drink my drink now because I don't want to be obvious and spit it out.
Spit it out in your cup.
Yeah, that would be
at the same time.
Oh man. Dodge it down to the bottom.
Or swallow it and choke on it, and then somebody needs to do CPR. All because of the comedian.
This comedian made me laugh and spit my gum out. I posted a Beavis and Butthead post today.
Good for you.
So
Congratulations.
Awesome. Can I play this on here? Or what? Is that okay? I don't know. It was a Deftones one.
Beavis and Butthead.
It was so great.
Didn't they have a movie, Beavis and Butthead Rule the World, or what was it?
It's so funny, man.
Reminds me of you and Dave Schwinn.
Oh yeah, you know Dave Schwinn commented on it.
He did?
So yeah, what's up, the dick?
That's so
I'm
funny.
gonna hit him back right now. That is comedy.
Yeah, so the Comedy Store was so fun, so funny, so quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
Bobby
they get
Lee
him
was
up,
great,
and
too.
Bobby Lee was so hilarious and just so raunchy.
Yeah, there was some raunchiness for sure, but I think that's
No, like
the beauty of it, man. Like, oh yeah, he didn't look. Yeah, he looked pretty raunchy.
like he just got out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all part of the experience, Russ.
That it is, Edward. That it is. What are we doing right now? Let's read this from Served Up Sober, and Stacy sent this over on Instagram today, and I thought it was, I mean, for me it hit me right in the gut because this is really what I went through. This was an average day. It says, recall the bee sting, headache, and churning stomach that comes from drinking gin or vodka with only a splash of juice. Taste the vomit in your mouth and feel the familiar throat burn.
Ew.
Relieve the anguish that rushes in when your eyes pop open after being passed out for hours, and the desperate instance that grows as you hit repeat again and again to cut off the thoughts that won't or that return. Wrap your arms around the physical symptoms of an unpleasant withdrawal. Witness the staggering thought familiar rooms of your hobbit hole house with the blinds drawn tight and to see the counters littered with stale takeout and dirty glasses. Count the minutes of goodness that always fade into despair and depression when alcohol settles into the familiar places. Witness yourself slumped at the bottom of the tub under a shower of tepid water meant to cool a hot, toxic body. So if that doesn't make you not ever want to drink ever again in your life, I don't know what will.
Wait, what was it? Slumped in the bottom of the tub?
Slumped at the bottom of the tub under a shower of tepid water meant to cool a hot, toxic body.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah, that's rough. And that's a really good description.
Some description there.
I can relate to almost all of it.
It's like, read that before you go out.
Yeah.
With your friends.
That's the reality of it right there. It sounds fun. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. And fuck it, whatever. I'm just going to do it. And we're just going to. One more. It's like, nah, man, the aftermath is so just not worth it. And that was the other thing from the trip. Do you remember when we were, I had a little nerves going on. I always get like that, especially doing the live shows. Once I'm up there, and I think that's like with anything, like riding a bike. Once you get on the bike and you start going, it's easy. But like the anticipation of trying to find your balance and like trying to do it, and leading up to getting out there on the track or whatever it is, or in this case, doing the podcast, it's like there's some anxiety there and a little bit of nerves and stuff. And we were getting on the on-ramp headed out to the Improv, and I remember looking at Jess going, man, I really just wish I could get hammered right now, like, and just take some of this anxiety away. And those thoughts still creep up for me. They still are there sometimes, like where I immediately revert to that. And like, it's not like I'm going to act on it or anything, but the thought of that relief, the warmth that I could feel, like, man, if I could just pound a pint of vodka right now or pound a 40, right now, and just warm, that would just feel so good,
Mm-hmm.
And no, that's not true. That's the little voice in there that's lying, telling me that this would be good for you, Shane, to do that. And I know that it's bullshit. I know that that's not going to help me in any matter. It's just the way my mind still works till today sometimes. And, that's when, you tell someone, like I told Jess, or I would call a buddy, or call a friend or someone if Jess wasn't there. You talk about that stuff, let it out, and then let it pass. And it passed within a couple of minutes, I was fine. But it's a trip how it still happens,
Yeah. That stuff likes to sit there in that like dark place, and then it grows and grows and grows, until then you drink. And that's
if you don't deal with it, or you don't have some grace on yourself, talk about it and get it out there.
Yeah. Or call someone, like you said.
I think we addressed that last time actually too, or a couple podcasts ago. I don't remember, about just giving yourself grace and allowing those thoughts to pass. They're going to happen. I've talked to guys who have been in, sobriety for 15, 20 years, and occasionally, not nearly as often as, in the early days, of course, but every once in a while, you never know when those thoughts are going to pop up through a quick, you get mad real fast, or you got anxiety or whatever. They still happen. And that's why, I always try to stay plugged in to program and all that stuff. That's why people say, well, why do you still go to meetings? Well, man, the one day I can be fine. And then all of a sudden one day something happens. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not plugged in, dude, I'll go right back out in a minute. And I'm so scared of that. Like, I don't ever want to, bless you. I don't ever want that to happen. And so I try to stay, locked in on that. Go ahead.
You kept that Thomas Kincaid picture up in the garage.
What's wrong with it? It's part of the, it was here when we moved in. I'm not taking that down. It's a beautiful house with pretty flowers all over.
Johnny Cash flipping you off.
Yep.
It's just a reminder, like,
it's a Thomas Kincaid.
It's. Are we sure that it's a Thomas Kincaid?
I don't know. It looks like a Thomas Kincaid.
But that's pretty funny. Just think about that picture. Like, where, who, how, when, like, what? What if that picture is worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars and we don't even know it?
I don't know. It doesn't look like a painting that would be worth hundreds.
No, it doesn't. But that's the whole idea of it.
A lot of the paintings look ridiculously dumb that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it's art. So I guess that's the point.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Belch.
I know. What's up? I'm sucking in air or something. I don't know. So this comes from Jacqueline. Jacqueline sent in this article here. So thanks for sending that in. And it was interesting. There was a couple things I picked out from it. It's titled, it's out of Forbes, and I'll put the link in the show notes. It's titled, "Why the Brains of High-Powered People May Be More Prone to Addiction." So I wanted to read a little bit of it, and then Jess, chime in when I'm done. Tell me what you think, and we'll talk about it a little bit. It says, of course, genetics only tells about 40% of the story, so 60% of the risk is coming from somewhere else. Constance Scharf, is it Scharf or
Shard?
Sorry, Constance. She's a doctor from Cliffside Malibu Treatment Center, but it
just sounded like shard.
Cash told me the other day, I'm walking by and all of a sudden I hear, "Oh, I just sharded." I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? How do you know what sharded is? You're 4. Freaking comedy. It was out of my peripheral hearing too. It was hilarious. But anyways, Constance, Dr. Scharf, addiction researcher with Cliffside Malibu Treatment Center and co-author of Ending Addiction for Good, says that there's another twin pathway that she and her colleagues often see in high achievers. What makes someone achieve at that level, the top executives, is often a stress or trauma that happened early on. There's something, usually an early experience, that fuels that kind of drive, and oftentimes it's the same thing that drives addiction. The vast majority didn't have some sort of basic needs met as children, so they're driven very, very hard to succeed. But the pain that goes with that is also what they're self-medicating for. Linden adds that the portion of risk that comes from the environment can happen in early childhood or even, is it utero? Or how do you say that? Utero or utero? Utero, probably?
Utero, yeah.
Utero. If you're abused and neglected as a child, you're more likely to become an addict. Even if your mother has the flu while you're in utero, you're more likely to become an addict. What this all points to is the stress hormones. When you get these in the brain early in life, it produces changes in the brain circuitry, especially in the reward system. In the acute phase, this makes you crave, and in long term, leads you to have higher chance of developing addiction. And in various ways, these factors may also boost one's drive to push hard in life and to succeed or to succeed. I thought that was really interesting. I felt like I could relate to that with my drive for success sometimes. And that's on one, Buddy had me make a list that said it's a submission list. And so basically every day, I need to read this list. And I have my phone up there now, so I can't look at it because we're doing the live, but I know some of the things on the list firsthand. The first 3 things that I need to look at and submit to every day is God, money, and success. And, those are like the top 3 things because, the success thing, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just driven really, really hard, which it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Like, I love what I do. I love getting after it. Like, I don't feel like I work. I'm just like hungry to just do the next thing and just keep going and go hard. And I'm going hard in the paint, son.
Hard.
I'm walk hard. And that like gets me excited. You can hear it. I get excited just talking about it. But like at the same time, it can be a real curse because I can get all up in my head. I can start tripping on stuff.
Right.
When I don't do something right, or if it doesn't go exactly how I thought it should go, I beat the crap out of myself up over it. Yeah. And thank God you're there to, you're an encourager. So, I mean, that's why God put us together. I think you're there to help build me up, and you're so good at that. And man, it's tough, it's, I don't know. Did you hear any of that sounded like anything that you relate to or that you sounded interesting, or what were your thoughts? It's okay. I'm sorry, Ron. I wasn't listening.
You lost me at 60%.
You lost me. That was the first line. The first line was 60%.
I know. I can't. I was like,
what were you thinking about while I was reading the whole thing?
I was thinking about, God, I should really be like listening to this right now because I know he's going to ask me a question about it and then I'm not going to have anything to say.
Oh my gosh. I love your honesty. It's so great.
Something about the mom though. It says something about what? If your mom has the flu?
It says even if you're... Give him some NyQuil or rub some whiskey on the teeth.
Put some tussin on it.
Yeah, and then to pass out. No, I said even if your mother has the flu while in utero, you're more likely to become an addict.
What? Really?
It's what it says. If you're abused and neglected as a child, you're more likely to become an addict. Even if your mother has the flu while in utero, you're more likely to become an addict.
Sounds like a comeback. Like, yo, mama had the flu.
You're so addicted. Your mama had the flu while you was in utero.
And you don't even know it. He's all like educated.
Good Lord.
That's a trip and really scary.
Don't act like you try to
I'm trying.
You know what the article was about. You were thinking about completely something different.
Just that line though, I asked about.
You did.
Okay, so.
All right. This next question sent from Judd Nelson. Does Barry Manilow know you raid his wardrobe? What? How did Judd Nelson get?
You're stupid.
Does anybody know who Judd Nelson is? Come on, please humor me.
You're old.
Dude, Breakfast Club, one of the best movies in...
This man has marijuana. Do you know about this?
Do you approve of this?
Do you approve of this?
Dude, that's one of the best movies of all time. I need to go back and watch that.
Man has marijuana. We do need to watch that. I wonder if the kids would like it. We've introduced the kids to a couple...
Excuse me, it's rated R.
Yeah,
miss.
excuse
we can't watch that with the kids.
Okay, with your Malibu's Most Wanted.
I said something today, and Cash goes, "That's like Malibu's Most Wanted."
Oh heck no! And then you're telling me that Breakfast Club is rated R. Please.
Well, it is. It is rated R.
There's no reason why that should be rated R.
2 weeks, Bender. 2 weeks. One of the best movies ever. I gotta say, he does this like this. 2 weeks, Bender. You're mine.
You're mine. Oh, K-Sharks.
And then he says, "Eat
Barry's the man.
My shorts." Who?
Heat.
Who? Who'd you say?
Barry is the man. Barry Manilow?
Barry Manilow. Yeah, Barry Manilow is the man. Hey, how do I get on the live here? How do
You
I do the
don't.
live stream? I can't do it on mine?
I don't know.
Oh, because I'm on live on there probably, even though I'm on a different phone here.
You just can't do it. You're not cool enough.
Filthies. What's up, Filthy?
Oh, Joseph Matthews.
Broseph. Hey, Broseph. What's up, buddy? All right. Damo.
Give me another one.
At Doomis9. All the way from Australia. We've been chatting a little bit. I got to find out shipping for you, bro, too, on Australia shipping. I'm headed to the post office tomorrow to ship out some of this other merch, so I'll check tomorrow. I forgot last time. I'll see what that runs. The question, I know you love hardcore, and I know you love the band Terror. I'm seeing them tonight in Brisbane, Australia. So dope. My favorite hardcore band is Expire. I don't know if I've heard Expire. Maybe if I've heard a jam. But number one, super dope. You're seeing Terror in Australia. I bet that's going to be off the chain tonight. Favorite band is really tough for me. I love all types of music. And man, I mean, even I was just raised around music all the way since going garage sailing back with my grandma and grandpa in Napa. I was like 6 maybe. 5, 6 years old. And I remember we had $5 and you got to pick out whatever you wanted at the old garage sale out in Napa, right? Come on, Shaner, hop into Lincoln. We're going to go down and go garage sailing. Get your sneakers on and put the Velcro straps on and let's go on down. And I remember the first tape I got. Two things. Number one, while we were cruising to garage sales, we'd be listening to Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, all that old school country stuff, George Jones. And so, man, that brings me back as a kid to some of those times. So I've always had a love for that old school country. Maybe that's where the Wranglers and the cowboy boots came from too, by the way. I still have this connection as like this of to the old school country stuff. I don't know what it is, you know. Beside the point though, I bought my first tape. This is a great story.
This is what, I was going to tell you.
I bought my first tape. Okay. I was maybe 6, maybe 7. I don't know. I was definitely not any older than 7 because we lived out there at the time. It was like kindergarten. I was going to Browns Valley Elementary at the time. We lived with grandma. So grandma's rolling around in the Lincoln and we go and there's this case of tapes. And I remember she goes, okay, you can pick out, whatever you want. And they were 50 cents a tape. And this tape was Run DMC Raising Hell. First tape I ever bought. We're rolling back in the Lincoln and grandma puts Run DMC Raising Hell in and Shane Raymer's in the back seat bobbing his head at like 6 years old. Like, yeah, grandma, we're bumping some Run DMC. Oh, this is sick right now. That was like one of the best moments ever. Grandma was so cool.
Wait, did you know who Run DMC was at 6 years old?
I didn't really know. No, not at that time. I didn't know who Run. I don't know if maybe I had heard of Run DMC, but I had never listened to the music before. Alls I knew and alls I can remember knowing is that Run DMC was cool and this tape was going to be legit.
I mean, did you look at the tape and you were like,
I knew
these
it was.
Guys
Yeah,
are
I knew
cool.
it was just the tape. It didn't even have the case. It just said it was just the cassette. And I think Raising Hell got me too. I knew it was like, this is going to be.
Yeah, that's a Cash Raymer.
Legit right here. Yeah, but the greatest thing was that grandma just bumped it. So we're rolling through Napa bumping some Run DMC and grandma's like sitting all way up front, because she was real short. I'm like, she never made us wear our seatbelt either. So I was like jumping around in the back, just like bobbing my head.
What about when your
awesome.
Grandma like slammed on the brakes?
Oh, we got in a car accident. We're going to go get you an umbrella, Shaner. It was raining out.
Wards.
We're going to go over to the Montgomery Wards and pick you up an umbrella and maybe some body glove t-shirts.
Hypercolor?
We're smashing down the what is that, 29 or whatever freeway it is, and we spin out because it's raining, and we spin out and smack the guardrail. I smacked my face on the dashboard because we didn't have to wear seatbelts. Hell no, we ain't wearing seatbelts in the 80s. We're smoking cigarettes, some Dorals. I wasn't smoking them, but grandma was puffing away on them.
The windows rolled up?
Oh yeah, just cracked a little bit, just a little bit. Just cracked.
That kills me.
Yeah, it was pretty comedy. But some more music though. Just to answer the question, I got off on a little run there. I made a list of some stuff because I love music that much. I said I'm gonna jot down a couple bands here.
So, there's like 20.
Dude, there's so many of them. I'll just go down the list. So some Yellow Wolf, Ritz, Tracy Chapman. Okay, I gotta love this one. Some Phil Collins. Man, I grew up on some Phil Collins.
The best breakdown you'll ever hear.
E-Town Concrete, Pennywise, Dead Kennedys. There's too many to list, man.
There's
I love
too
all
many.
that stuff. I know. But
I'll agree with that.
I love it. I love
Be
it.
here for an hour.
We
this
will.
guy and his music.
I love it. What's up, Brody? Hey, Brody's joining us for the podcast tonight,
He's
too.
in
I
his
wish
bed.
you could see him.
He's chilling.
He is. Turn
He's
it
getting
around.
old.
Turn the old live around. Can you do that real quick or no?
No, I can't.
No,
I
nobody
don't
cares
wanna mess
about
with
Brody anyways.
Everybody cares about
Brody, I love you.
Brody's a
You're a good
man
boy.
in a dog suit.
Hey, if I just got paid to sit around and lick my balls all day, I'd be a happy man too. What else can I say? You know, eat food, take a dump, and lick my balls. That's it.
Oh my! And just love everyone that walks through
you
the
can
door.
have the most terrible day in the whole world, and you come home and your dog just loves you, and you could be the biggest piece of garbage.
Yep.
And the
But
dog
he's just
doesn't
so
even
happy.
care.
I'm so happy you're home.
I love you.
Just pick me up.
Just let me kiss you. Let's play. Let's play.
Let me lick you.
That's it.
Let me lick your face.
So awesome. Love it. So legit.
Yeah, dogs are awesome.
Yeah.
Our dog is awesome.
Brody's pretty cool. You're 10. He's 10. I almost asked. Did you hear me
Yeah.
out? You're 10, right, Brody?
You're 10, right, Brody? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, we're talking about dogs now. Okay, this is going to have to end quickly. We're about at the top of the hour now anyways, huh? 9:55. We've done about an hour.
The weather is a cool 54 degrees in the
It's not
garage.
new weather. It's cold. Well, hey, we got some new gear. Hey, we got some new gear, though. We got some hats. We got some beanies. You can check the old Instagram at Real That Sober Guy, and we posted a couple up on there. We're shipping them out anywhere to the U.S. You can send us an email or actually just DM on Instagram or leave a comment in there if you're interested. We'll throw some stickers in there for you.
Shane has one
Represent. This is the
original.
Shane Raymer custom though. I only got one of these made for the A's colors. So you got the green and gold, and it's my favorite. I love it.
Phil.
I love it. Philip Wright?
Philip Wright.
Hi, Philip Wright.
Philip Wright.
We were just wrapping this up, but we might have to stay a little longer now that Philip Wright's on.
What's happening, Philip Wright?
Oh, to the pro. Phil, you missed my story in the beginning when I talked about eating 4 cupcakes on the way to Baldo's. Did we cover that actually? I think I just did it in the intro.
You talked about it, yes.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know what more you could possibly say about eating Baldo's and 4 cupcakes.
Well, I wanted Baldo.
Hostess,
Like I said, if
Hostess
anyone in
cupcakes.
Vacaville knows about Baldo's, you've been there before. It's 24 hours. You can get some phenomenal rolled tacos with guacamole and cheese. You can get
and
5
they
of them.
load it.
5 of them.
A whole 5.
So I rolled on over there about 10 p.m. the other night. I said, you
sounds
know what?
amazing.
I'm going to go over and get some Baldos tonight. I'm going to treat myself. We had just finished up the step
treat
study.
myself.
I'm going to treat myself. So I get the Baldos, and as I go through the drive-thru, I'm headed back home, and I go, you know what? I'm going to have dessert first. And I stop, Phil. Okay, is Phil still there?
Yeah,
I
Phil's
stopped.
here. He said, that sounds amazing.
It was so amazing, bro. It was so amazing. And I go in and I grab a 2-pack of Hostess cupcakes, and I eat the cupcakes on the way home prior to the Baldos, and then hide the evidence. Classic.
Good for
Classic addiction tendencies right there.
Good for you.
They were so good. I didn't get the
Proud of
vitamin.
you.
I didn't get the vitamin D milk though, Phil.
Proud of you for that.
You're proud of me?
Yeah.
I wasn't proud. I felt shameful, guilty, restless, and discontent afterwards. It's terrible.
Who's
I went
KJ
to the gym
Sharks?
the next day though. Oh, what? Kyle? For real though?
He just said, did you just say oh to the pro?
Oh, to the pro.
Don't you
Don't
know?
you know, son? Oh man, I love you guys, the homies.
And he said Bill Downs was there.
Bill down. So Kyle, so Kyle was one of my first. Okay, I've talked about backpacking on the show quite a few times, right? Kyle and I have known each other, man, since 3rd grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th. I don't know, somewhere around there. Since we were kids.
Got my right shoes on.
Woo!
Where are those guys?
Man, we had that's.
I've only
great
heard
right
the
there.
stories. I didn't live them. I only heard them.
Kyle went backpacking with us back in the day, man. We used to run the old Summerfield block over there. Good times, man. I'm glad that you're on. We got to link up and hit some hockey too, man. Good stuff.
Joey said it's only sad if you eat it alone in the Baldo's parking lot.
That is sad.
Oh, that's awesome.
Maybe listening to like some Adele or something while you're eating
Hello.
it. And you're like sad and you're like kind of making love to the guacamole
You're
as
like,
the
I
cheese
just
falls
shouldn't be
off the side of your
doing
lip.
this. I'm so good.
It's just so good.
So good.
It is
Phil
good.
said, it sounds like half a miracle with no milk.
Dude, yeah, I don't do milk. I used to just crush milk back in the day. And ever since we started buying almond milk in almonds, it's almonds. Almond.
One comedian guy was talking about, show me an almond that you can squeeze milk out of.
Yeah, I don't understand either. But I don't know. I don't do the milk anymore. So I'll do an ice cold water with the cupcakes or the cake or whatever. But every once in a while, a good milk, as long as it's cold.
The only time that I will drink milk, and this is not...
Is it milk or milk? It's with an I, isn't it? Milk?
That's what I said.
You said milk.
The only time I will drink milk.
Milk. The only time I drink milk.
You want milk?
It's milk.
Milk. That's what I said.
Okay, people, is it milk or is it milk?
Milk.
Milk.
Did I say it? M-I-L-K. Milk.
Just like channel. It's not channel, it's channel. We've had this discussion.
Is with Oreo cookies.
What? Milk?
Milk.
Are you a dipper? Do you dip it in?
Oh,
God.
absolute. Like it has to be like soggy, almost can't take it out or else it's going to fall. Then you got to get it in the mouth.
No way.
I will never eat a crunchy Oreo. Like
really?
Never.
I like to eat it crunchy and then drink the milk and swish it around and
no!
it all up.
God. See, that's why we can't exist while eating together.
Yeah,
like, no.
It's so good like that.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
Philip says MEAL-K. Milk.
Milk. Oh, milk. Yeah, whatever.
Milk and channel.
Channel. I don't know, man. We got some good gear, though. Beanies, hats, all the good stuff. The stickers. I already said that 25 times. I think we're going to wrap this thing up because I'm tired. My throat hurts. I appreciate you guys jumping on tonight, having a little fun with us. Hey, I just want to say on a serious note, that's what it's about. Having some fun, having some laughs.
Hello.
Remember rule 62, don't take yourself so damn serious. One of my favorites. What's up?
Oh,
What?
we should go
What? You want to keep going?
Milk
What?
channel.
Milk channel? Yeah, channel. No, I appreciate you guys though. Jess, anything you want to add before we turn it in for the night?
I'm gonna see how long I could do that actually.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Oh man, lost the connection. No, we're here, Phil. We're here. We're here for you. I just have enjoyed, coming on and shooting the shoot. Right.
Good stuff. I appreciate it. It's fun.
It's been
Just burped
good.
again. Yep.
Yeah, what's with the burping? Do you
I
need
don't
like
know.
an antacid?
Took some medicine earlier. We're gonna wrap it up though. So if you want to connect with us on Instagram, you can do that at @realthatsoberguy. On Twitter at Shane Raymer. Jess at This Is Us, right? If anyone wants to
This is us 6.
holler at you. This is us 6. Leave us a comment, leave us some questions. Shoot us a message on there. If you need some help, you can go to Foundations Recovery Network.
Make sure you subscribe to the email if
yeah.
you haven't already.
Yep, you can do that as well. The emails. Jess, you're doing a good job on the emails too, by the way. I always want to give you a little love on that. Yeah, it's
Thank
really
you.
a big help. Like I can't do this on my own. There's a lot of different parts to it, so I appreciate the help. If you want to learn more about Heroes in Recovery or Foundations Recovery Network, you can go to foundationshelp.com/soberguy or heroesinrecovery.com/soberguy. You can also call if you have some questions, you need some help, you have a loved one who needs some help. You can call 833-81-SOBER. That's 833-81-SOBER. Go to thatsoberguy.com. Check us out there. Love you guys. Thank you again for tuning in today and for supporting us. We really do appreciate you. And peace, love, and respect. Keep your blood clean.
So keep my head on straight. I've been trying to keep my head on straight. You still say that I don't know anything about you. Oh, I don't know anything about you. but I know what you do in the back room. And you still say that I don't know anything about you. Oh, I don't know